Beginning. Because the real shockwaves unleashed in that Kensington garden are only now starting to hit the farthest edges of the Commonwealth, Westminster's marble corridors, and most perilously, the quiet drawing rooms where Camilla'S most loyal courtiers still whisper of holding the line. Strap in. What follows is the long-form story most outlets won't print, the behind-the-scenes scramble, the political knife work, the late-night Windsor strategy sessions, and the constitutional riddles now keeping cabinet secretaries awake. 48 hours later, panic on the Mall. By dawn the next morning, two truths were obvious inside Buckingham Palace. First, William's Charlotte Gambit had landed with the thunderclap force of a coronation bell, praised by half the country, scorned by traditionalists, and dissected on every breakfast program from Bristol to Brisbane. Second, King Charles and Queen Camilla had been caught spectacularly flat-footed. Courtiers describe an emergency 7 a.m. meeting, every private secretary summoned, tea forgotten, voices raised to a pitch not heard since Megxit. One aide, usually as steady as a grenadier guard, allegedly blurted, "Your Majesty, they have just changed the succession narrative without even consulting us." Charles, red-eyed from a night of chemo-restless sleep, waved the remark away, but said nothing. Camilla, by contrast, turned the color of Windsor red sandstone. 10 minutes later her team was on the phone to every broadsheet editor hinting that no constitutional alteration has been approved by His Majesty. But facts on the ground beat press releases. Overnight, Charlotte's name dominated search trends in 11 Commonwealth capitals. Canadian news anchors debated whether the 9-year-old might one day serve as ceremonial commander-in-chief of their armed forces. In Wellington, a Maori radio host asked listeners if a future Queen Charlotte could finally push the monarchy toward deeper reconciliation. And in Australia, already sniffing at a 2028 Republic referendum, the Premier of Victoria quipped, "Looks like the Windsors are trying TikTok politics now." 2. The silent strategy of St. Mary's Walk. Back at Adelaide Cottage, William and Catherine played the day like seasoned generals. No reactive tweets. No clarifying statements. Instead, they released a single, understated photograph, Charlotte in jeans and sneakers, watering a wilt leaf sapling, symbolism so thick you could spread it on toast. Eagle-eyed royal watchers noticed the caption's sting. Planting for the future, whatever shape it takes. Translation. The Waleses are done waiting for permission. Inside sources reveal that Catherine's private staff, code-named Project Fur, has spent 16 months modeling media blowback scenarios. They concluded that Camilla'S public approval ceiling sits stubbornly below 45%, while Charlotte already triggers a 70+ warmth rating among under 30 Britons. In blunt PR math, elevating the young princess provides a reputational shield strong enough to weather any palace pushback. Modern monarchy is brand management, one strategist told me. And Charlotte is Coca-Cola classic. 3. Camilla'S countermove. Queen Camilla is nobody's porcelain figurine. By Thursday afternoon she dispatched her most ruthless ally, Sir Hugo Davenport, the grey-haired spin doctor, who burnished her image after Diana's death, to brief sympathetic columnists. Off-the-record quotes dribbled across the Daily Mail site. Some senior royals concerned that William risks weaponizing children for popularity. Her Majesty believes proper grooming takes decades, not Instagram moments. Yet the pushback misfired. Readers flooded comment threads with side-by-side photos. Young Diana hugging AIDS patients in 1987 next to Charlotte comforting a tearful refugee in 2023. The implied message. Legacy repeats. By Friday, even normally loyal Camilla backers at The Spectator ran a headline. Is it time the Queen Consort embraced the Wales wave? 4. Westminster wrestles with the Charlotte clause. Meanwhile, Cabinet Office lawyers were dusting off the 1701 Act of Settlement and scratching their heads. could a monarch predesignate official duties to a minor without council consent? The answer, buried in footnotes, is yes, but only in a strictly representational capacity. Translation: Charlotte can cut ribbons, shake hands, and read speeches someone else writes, but she cannot exercise regency powers or privy council oversight until adulthood. That legal nuance did nothing to calm backbench MPs. A group of traditionalist Tories tabled an early-day motion urging respect for precedents. Across the aisle, a Labour grandee snarked, "Funny how the same MPs who preach fresh faces suddenly balk at a 9-year-old charming the Commonwealth." The Speaker wisely declined emergency debate, stating the issue remains within the prerogative of the Crown, however colourful our commentary may be. 5. Commonwealth captains take the call. On Saturday, Foreign Service switchboards lit up, William personally phoning select Governors-General to clarify Charlotte's forthcoming courtesy visits. This was power politics at its smoothest, bypassing London mandarins, forging direct rapport, and signalling that future tours might feature the young princess front and center. One Caribbean official described the call as unprecedented candor and frankly refreshing. Another joked, "She's not even 10 and already booked for Barbados." Charles's staff, hearing of the outreach, fumed. Yet they could hardly sabotage diplomacy in progress. A tacit détente set in. Let the Waleses ride their publicity wave while Camilla recalibrates behind palace gates. 6. Operation Shrike. The Windsor think tank. Sources confirm that within Clarence House an urgent task force, nicknamed Operation Shrike, is drafting a countervision to preserve Charles's legacy. Proposed steps include a surprise Green Charter tour, placing the King in flood-stricken villages to highlight climate resilience. Elevating Camilla'S domestic violence patronages with new funding, hoping empathy beats glamour. Releasing previously unseen childhood photos of Charles and Charlotte together to soften generational friction. Yet insiders whisper the mood is grim. You can't out-Instagram 2 photogenic heirs with an organic carrot patch, groans one advisor. Morale slides further each time Cambridge children trend above #royal family hashtag. 7. The Diana Echo. Observant courtiers note a chilling resonance. 1995's Panorama interview shook the monarchy by exposing hidden rifts. 2025, they fear, could see a Charlotte documentary reframing the firm for Gen Z. William and Catherine's media team already courts top streaming producers. Netflix, burned once by Sussex revelations, reportedly dangled a £30 million rights package for an 8-part Princess in the 21st Century series, strictly charity-focused, sugar-sweet PR. No deal yet, but the overture alone rattled palace traditionalists. 8. And where, exactly, is Harry? Across the Atlantic, the Duke of Sussex watches the spectacle with what one Los Angeles acquaintance calls room temperature enthusiasm. Publicly he's silent, privately his astonished Charlotte upstaged him in 2 news cycles flat. Hollywood producers, sensing his fading spotlight, push for another sit-down interview. Harry demurs. "They don't need my grenades right now," he reportedly told a friend. That reluctance ironically helps William. Fewer Sussex salvos mean cleaner air for the Wales brand to rise. The road ahead. 5 plausible scenarios. The Regency whisper. If Charles's health worsens, William could be appointed Councillor of State with extended powers. Charlotte's early grooming then looks prophetic rather than presumptuous. Camilla'S coup de grâce. The Queen Consort secures an unexpected Commonwealth triumph, say, negotiating a high-profile reconciliation project that restores her gravitas and forces William to share limelight. The Commonwealth referendum domino. Should Australia or Jamaica vote to replace the monarch as head of state, critics will claim William's focus on domestic charisma ignored overseas fault lines. Charlotte's promotion could be spun as London circling the wagons. The Great Generational Coalition. Catherine